about that time in Nigeria when politicians do all manner of things. You might see them in your local area. You might see them anywhere where they are trying to show you or to prove to you that they are the right candidates. And then they are the ones that will remember the poor when they get to office. Take a look at this picture. Well, that's just one of the things Nigeria is known for. You see politicians coming to show solidarity, but when they get to that place, they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. Please be guarded and know what you do. This is another time to determine the next 4 years. Yes, today we want to talk about the men of God in the race. Yes, I'm talking about the people of God, men of God in the race, the DOGs in the race. Now, one of them is our Vice President. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Osinbajo declared his interest some weeks ago. He declared his interest to run for the presidency some weeks ago. And then part of the things he said, I believe, are still what he and his principal, Muhammadu Buhari, promised Nigerians in 2015 and 2019 election campaign. And even up to today, we've not seen any result. We've not even seen them fulfill those promises they made. And now he has come back to tell us that he wants to continue from where his principal, President Muhammadu Buhari, stopped. Oh God, this is doom.
I am given the opportunity, then I believe that first we must complete what we have started. Radically transforming our security and intelligence architecture.
Now, what did he promise in 2015 and 2019 that he achieved? What have you achieved as the Vice President of Nigeria? Were you able to fulfill your promises during the 2015 and 2019 election campaigns? Now, here are key points in Osinbajo's declaration speech. He says security and intelligence. First, he mentioned he radically transformed the security and intelligence architecture. Then he talked about justice reform. The Vice President also spoke on completing the reform of the justice system and focusing on adequate remuneration and welfare of judicial personnel. And also ensuring that there is justice for all and there is observance of the rule of law. He also talked about infrastructure. He mentioned his plans for the country's infrastructure. According to him, he will rapidly advance infrastructural development, especially power, roads, railways, and broadband connectivity. Poverty alleviation is another thing he talked about. The Vice President also mentioned that he will complete the promise of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within a decade. He also talked about tech economy. He stated that his administration will create a tech economy that will provide jobs for millions of young Nigerians, education, okay? He said that he will ensure all Nigerians, male and female, attend school and that he will reform the educational system for relevance to the challenges of the century. Business environment, he said that he will provide an excellent environment for businesses to thrive and make sure that the government, its agencies and regulators serve business communities. And then he also mentioned the agricultural sector. He promised to take the agricultural revolution to the next level, especially mechanization and development of farms to improve the agricultural value chain. In the health sector, Osinbajo said he will double down on universal health coverage for all Nigerians, state and local government. He noted that the strengthening of the capacity of states and local government to deliver on their respective mandates, then job production or job provision, according to him, the front and center of his efforts will be the provision of jobs and opportunities for young Nigerians. Now let me ask, is the man of God trying to deceive Nigerians again? These are the exact promises he and his principal, Muhammadu Buhari, made during the 2015 and 2019 election campaigns. He made a promise 7 years ago and has failed to fulfill those promises. Instead, their government has plunged Nigeria into extreme poverty, unemployment, and insecurity. How many of the electoral promises you made were fulfilled, oh man of God? Man of God, there is God though. You watched and kept mute as hundreds of our youths were massacred in 2020. And man of God, you said nothing about it. As a senior advocate of Nigeria, where were you when the Fulani herdsmen are forcefully dispossessing southern Nigerians of their lands while killing men and raping our women? What did you say when the federal government wanted to pass it to law that every state of the country must give a portion of their land to the Fulani herders, which is a violation of their rights? If you were actually not in support of the injustice perpetrated by this government, how come you never spoke up? Oh, were you silenced? Were you asked to keep mute in the face of injustice? Thou senior advocate, how sure are we then that when you become the president of Nigeria, you will not be a tool for continuous perpetration of evil in the hands of these overlords? As a member of the Nigeria Security and Defense Council, how is the state of security in Nigeria? During the Jonathan administration, Chibok girls were kidnapped. You used it against his government. Now, in your administration, not only girls are being kidnapped, but families, whole families are kidnapped. Insecurity has spread to the whole 36 states of the Federation of Nigeria. Even street bandits are now more equipped and trained than the military, to the extent that they can track down and bomb military planes. They break into the Nigeria Defense Academy and kidnap high-ranking military officials under your watch, oh man of God. Nigeria is at its worst state under your government. As the chairman of the National Economic Council, how many jobs have you created for Nigerians? For the 7 years you have been in office as the vice president, unemployment rate in Nigeria has increased from 13% to 35%. Millions of Nigerians have lost their jobs. Hunger and poverty is Nigeria's second name. Man of God. If Muhammadu Buhari was not your principal and you are not contesting under the All Progressives Congress, would you have said that the present administration has done a good job in 7 years? Man of God. Talk through, oh, there is God. Oh. Speaking of men of God, Tunde Bakare is one of them. Yeah, the pastor cum politicians say that God has elected him as the 16th president of Nigeria. Oh my God.
Take it to the mountaintop. If you have never heard it before, I'm saying it to you this morning. In the scheme of things, as far as politics of Nigeria is concerned, President Muhammadu Buhari is number 15, and yours sincerely, I'm number 16. I've never said that to you before. I never said that to you before. I make it plain this morning. I let you know it this morning. Nothing can change it. In the name of Jesus, he is number 15. I am number 60.
Man of God, I hope you are not making God a liar. We rarely hear of Muslims who bring Allah into their political ambition. Why would Christian clerics always drag God into their political ambition? Why do you call God when God has not called you? Must you drag God into it? Can't you declare your interest without saying what God did not say to you? You are known as a divider of nations and not a unifier of nations. Let me ask, is it the same God whom you serve, whom you say have elected you, that is equally endorsing Tinubu and Atiku for the same presidency? Man of God, please, let us learn, or let us try to see how to separate our ambition from God. This is not religion. This is not about God. This is about you. Why bring God? Okay, what if you lose? You make God a liar. Please, I want to get your comments in the comment section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.